All right. Meanwhile, new research on overcoming addiction shows that partners and families are more important to keep up the motivation.
And our next guest is no stranger to that theory. Former addict and author of the new book, When Your Partner Has an Addiction, and the nephew of John F. Kennedy, Christopher Kennedy Lawford. He joins us now. Thank you, Christopher, for being here.
And the son of Peter Lawford as well.
That's correct.
How long did it take you to, I know you had an addiction problem for 10 years?
Yeah, basically 15 years. From the age of 12 to basically I got into recovery when I was 30 years old.
What is your story?
Well, this illness has a genetic component, and it also has a trauma component. Most of the people that are dealing with this come from families that have it and also have trauma in their adolescence. So they're medicating. I also had the added disadvantage of being brought up in the 60s and 70s, which was very permissive. In
a very famous family?
Well, yeah, but there was trauma involved in that. I mean, I witnessed the brutal assassinations of both of my uncles, and for pretty much every day for 50 years. So PTSD is a huge problem. Vets have a huge problem with this. It's a big problem. This book, When Your Partner Has an Addiction, tells us that we don't have to leave the people we love. This is the #1 public health issue in the country. We have less and less resources to combat it. So we are going to have to take this into our homes and help people that are suffering.
It's hard not to leave your spouse. You're angry at them, I imagine, if they're addicted to something.
Absolutely.
So how do you stay?
This does not present well as an illness. But if you understand, Khalil Gibran said, you know, don't judge the alcoholic in the street until you walk a mile in his shoes. Folks that have this illness are not doing it because they're having a good time.
Right.
They're doing it because they're sick and they're medicating the intolerableness of their lives. This book gives you ways that you can help that person and still stay.
Okay. A lot of books have been written for the addict to, you know, okay, this is going to be your guidebook to get out of this, personal hell. So is this book written for the partner or the spouse on how to guide that person who is addicted?
Basically, how to guide the process. This is called compassionate partnering. Now, we're not saying people should stay if there's an abusive relationship or if they're in danger. They should leave. But if the partner, the addicted partner, is willing to get better, they can do this together, and this book shows you how.
What do you wish your partner had done differently, or what did she do that helped you recover?
Well, my first wife actually did this with me. She learned about the issue. There was no shame in our house for having this. There was compassion. There was cooperation instead of judgment and condemnation. So we used a lot of these tools. I did, and you know, I'm 30 years in recovery.
For the folks watching right now who might have somebody in their household that has an addiction problem, give them one thing they could do today to start them down the right road.
Well, first of all, you know, see your partner clearly, understand what the aspects of this illness are, stop shaming that person, and don't take what they do personally. That's one of the hardest things that people have to do, because as you say, folks that have this illness behave badly, and we need to get beyond that. And it's possible to get beyond.
That's hard to do, but it's so sweet to love them through their illnesses.
And it's possible, and the science says that the outcomes are better if you do this instead of leaving.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. When Your Partner Has an Addiction, Christopher Kennedy Lawford, thank you very much. I hope you just helped a lot of people.
I do too. Thanks so much.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming back.